Hi Pisces, Pisces placements. Welcome to Pisces Try and Advice, and welcome to your daily reading. Hope you're doing well. All right, what do we have here? The Page of Wands. So some sort of unexpected communication, a pleasant message, an invitation, some sort of flirt or offer. I also see like jokes, memes, funny messages. Okay. The Four of Swords, and it flew out in reverse. So there's new activity somewhere. You know where you have a app or something and you get notifications to say there's new activity? So that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so some sort of communication is picking back up, or starting, or someone's getting back to you. The wait time is over, whatever this is about. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Pisces today. Whenever they watch this video, what do they need to know? And as always, take what resonates, disregard the rest. Don't force anything to fit. And thank you for all the love and support. Likes, shares, comments, for subscribing, hypes, and super thanks. Everything is greatly appreciated. And Pisces, I am running a special. Details are in the description box below if you're interested on personal readings, okay? Interested in personal readings. A special on personal readings. We get there. Okay, let's see what's going on today for Pisces. Nice. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel. Wheel of Fortune. So definitely expect the unexpected today. I'm seeing change, pleasant surprise, movement happening in something that's been stagnant. If it's a process, if it's communication, if it's a delivery, I don't know. Let's keep going, see what else we're getting. Three of Cups in the overall energy here in the main situation. So we have reunions, celebration, getting together, celebrate good news, getting together for drinks, dinner, having a good time. This is your social life picking up. You could be invited to go out. Some sort of event could be taking place. Some sort of surprise party could be taking place with this energy. Someone could be asking you out on a date with this energy with the Three of Cups, okay? Or you may hear from someone in terms of reconciling or just getting together, getting back together. I don't know. And the challenge position, we have the Prince of Swords. No, I think that's the Knight of Swords, because princesses would be pages. So we're going to go with Knight. Now, challenge is action has been a challenge. Either someone has been not taking any sort of action where they should have. For others, there's been a clash. And then everybody went to their separate corners. Okay, the Knight of Swords can be brass? What am I trying to say? Crass and brash. Crass? Brash? Rash? Why am I having trouble with words today? Maybe someone's really struggling to find the words to talk to you, find the words to say what they want to say. Or maybe there was miscommunication, misinterpretation of someone's words that led to some sort of tension. And this could be some sort of apology. For those of you who stuck, if something was stuck in transit, like I say, there's movement. On the mind, we have the King of Swords. So, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I keep blanking on words, so I don't know if you're dealing with someone who speaks a different language, or they're from a different culture, from a different generation even. There could be language barriers that have caused issues or might be causing issues at this time. Okay. King of Swords is all about doing the right thing, speaking the truth, taking accountability. Could also be legal action, paperwork. It could be some sort of decision, ruling, outcome. In the foundation, the Nine of Wands. See, I told you. There's something here that has your back up. Someone did something, said something with the Knight of Swords there. They just put your back up. Made you feel like maybe I should just give up on this. This could have been some sort of ultimatum energy. This could have been you putting up a boundary and just disappearing for a while, backing up, backing off, backing away from someone, leaving an environment. For those of you, if this has been some sort of, you've been away, put the roles where they go, okay? Someone's been away for medical reasons, for some sort of procedure even. This is where someone's coming home, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups. There's that reunion and there's that welcome home, and some sort of crisis has been overcome. In the past, we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, see? This is truth, clarity, but this is words. Someone might have been too blunt, or someone spoke a truth that someone took offense to, okay? Or again, misinterpreted. Because it was the truth with the Ace of Swords. But either someone took it to heart when it wasn't intended, or someone took it personally when it wasn't intended to be personal, or someone misinterpreted what was said and it got their back up. They may have then pushed back, okay, because they thought they were being attacked or whatever the case may be. And it led to a whole lot of chaos. Three of Cups is, can we, let's talk, let's move past this, let's clear the air. Three of Cups, King of Swords could be someone asking to see you to clear the air. So that could be how this is playing out. For others of you, if you initiated something, some sort of process, application process, bid process, legal action, or whatever the case may be, to do with a tense situation, something to do with feeling unsafe, something to do with boundaries crossed, property boundaries being crossed, whatever happened that was unfair, and just put your back up and put you in, I have to do something about this mode. There could be an outcome here, so you could be getting some sort of conclusion to a report, or a follow-up to a report, or investigation, or a ruling in court, or whatever the case may be. Or, it's the contract. If you went and applied for something, this is the contract, okay? In the outcome, we have the Priest, but it's number 2, so in this deck, it's the High Priestess. Unless they switched number 2 and 5 for the Priest, usually the number 2 is High Priestess energy, and it's very different to, it's different to Hierophant energy. So I feel like, see, this is what I mean. There's something going on today about miscommunication, things not being what you expect, things not being what you thought they were. With the Hierophant, with the Priest energy, that's the Hierophant, and the King of Swords, this is definitely, you could be going to a translator, an interpreter, a mediator, an intermediary, right? Where someone can say, this is what I said, what do you think was wrong in that? Or this is what they said to me, this is what I understood, what do you think happened? Or the both of you, or the whole group, or the whole family, or whatever, sitting in front of someone who can be impartial, an elder in the family, going, this is what happened, they said this and they did that. And then this person kind of make some sort of judgment, make some sort of ruling, and then it's a case of, let's put new agreements in place, let's all apologize, let's all make peace, let's all do this. That's the High Priest energy here, the Hierophant energy, right? Everybody, let's follow the same process, everybody does the same thing, let's all apologize, let's all acknowledge this, let's all, for those of you, again, it's a contract that's coming to you. With a large group, organization, corporation, government. Okay. The King of Pentacles under the Wheel of Fortune. So there's going to be some sort of payout for you as well. Whether this means someone showing up with a gift to make amends, or this is someone paying you something, paying you back, or it's a contract that is a very lucrative contract that you're now signing with this energy. For those of you, I feel like this is a situation where you made a decision to give something one last chance. And I'm not going to lie, it feels like it's going to pay off for you. So, getting into a school, getting into a program, getting a job with one particular company, could be a relationship. It's up to you. I don't know your life, okay? But the energy is, you felt like walking away. You made a decision that you're going to give it one last shot. Take one last shot at this thing. Knight of Swords, okay? I have enough energy to take one last action. And whatever happened here, you did something differently because you're getting it this time. Or this time it works, or this time it keeps going. If you've been trying to fix something, it's the same thing, right? You've been trying to fix it, and everything, either the same thing keeps breaking down, or you fix one thing, something else breaks down. It's like, I don't know what the root cause is. And that could even be your health, right? and you decided, let me try this one more time. Maybe you spoke to an expert. Maybe you spoke to a doctor. Maybe you spoke to a different doctor. Maybe you spoke to a different mechanic. Maybe you spoke to a different person. Maybe you spoke to someone if you've been trying to do it by yourself, right? And I'm not saying you're not capable, but there was something you were missing somewhere. And by speaking with someone, researching, watching someone's videos, reading how-tos, reading the instructions for some of you, you're like, you know what? It sounds simple, but I've lost my mind with this thing. I don't even know which way is up anymore. You know how you get into the rabbit hole, right? And you're going, let me just start at the beginning. Let me bust out the instructions and start off as if I don't know any of this. And that fresh perspective gives you the way forward, gives you the solution. You're like, oh, now it works. Okay, so that's what I was doing, or that's what I wasn't doing. Okay, so it feels like some sort of breakthrough energy here, and something paying off because you gave it one last chance, or one last attempt, but there was something different that you did about it. Okay, so let's see. Let's clarify for Pisces. With the Three of Cups, we have the Seven of Cups. So whatever's going on here, there's been a lot of contemplation on your part, someone else's part. Seven of Cups again is an energy of delusion, confusion, being overwhelmed, confusion, not sure what happened, not sure what you said, not sure what I did, not sure what I'm doing wrong. There's some sort of misunderstanding that is being cleared up at this time, or that's someone's intention. I do feel like someone wants to see you in person. They will say that to you. Let's not message. Let's not do it over the phone, because clearly I think that's where it's going wrong. Let's meet in person, sit down, talk it out. Okay, that could be what's going on here. For others of you, what you're doing differently is something to do with the switch from how you apply for something, right? So if you're going through, I don't know, you're sending emails, and now you're saying, you know what, let me also go in person and drop off my resume. If people, you can still do that, right? But that's the energy, right? Or if you've been sending emails, this is like where you start just cold calling people, right? To promote yourself, to promote you. You're doing something different. You're trying something one more time, but you're doing something different about it. Page of Swords, Princess of Swords is what I mean. And the Prince of Wands in the beginning. I think they're switched, because usually the knights are writing something. So the Page of Swords is the challenge. So again, it's the same message, communication. Blunt, brash, crass, or it's the same message. It doesn't change anything. This is just me thinking out loud. But Knight of Swords is as the challenge. With the Page of Swords, there's a follow-up. There's a follow-up. Someone wants to follow up. Someone wants to explain. Someone wants to clear the air. For some of you, your challenge is you've tried to reason with someone by yourself, and it just keeps getting worse. The more you talk about it, the worse it gets. So you might be now considering, do I just completely walk away from this? Which you can do if you wanted to. Or it's a case of maybe you haven't tried counseling yet, or maybe you haven't tried bringing someone else in the equation, right? And this could be a friendship, it could be a relationship, a couple dynamic, right? And you could be asking someone's parent or grandparent or an elder in the family to sit down and kind of help the two of you get on the same page. The Nine of Wands in the Foundation. Yeah, Five of Cups. Something was said, done, escalated, very hurtful. This could have been where you just left. You ghosted, you left the group, you left the chat, you left the place, you just got up and left the person, you left the conversation, put the phone down, and just put up boundaries and blockages to protect yourself. But yeah, whatever was said and done, it really hurt your feelings. It has to do with the fact that it wasn't fair. Either it wasn't fair, it wasn't right, it wasn't truthful, it wasn't the truth. Okay, so maybe wrongfully accused type things happened here. Because again, there's miscommunication. Now, the Seven of Cups, I don't know if this is where someone was not in the right state of mind. They were under the influence of something. It could be their own emotions. clouding their judgment, or some sort of substance or alcohol or other people. 3 of Cups, 7 of Cups, right? Telling this person things, pushing this person, egging this person on, telling them lies, gossip, whatever, and then this person just believed it and took something out on you. I don't know what happened there. Or if this is like a bullying situation, intimidation situation, if it's at school, if it's at work, whatever the case may be. And this is you first saying, I'm just going to quit. It's very hurtful. I don't want to be here. You made a decision. And then you think, but what else can I do in the situation? Is that really the best thing? I don't really want to quit just because this happened. How can I make this right? So you could be studying up what HR will say, what the law says, what your manager is going to say, or whatever the situation is, what the authority figure in the situation is going to say, right? And it leads to either an investigation, everybody getting in the same room, they have to apologize to you, or people have to admit what they've done, or the law is thrown at some people, however that resonates, right? Because you decided instead of leaving to take a stand for yourself in this case. Ace of Swords, 10 of Pentacles in the past. Yeah, whatever this was, it was your 10 of Pentacles. And it could be a marriage or a long-term commitment or a serious commitment. It could be a job that you love. It could be a living situation, a particular home or community, okay? Or a family dynamic. And it's one of them where it's like, first you said, you know what, F it, I'm out, this is too much. And I don't want 5 of Cups, I don't want to deal with this. Because you try talking, and the more you try talking and clarifying, you're dealing with someone who's saying, oh, you're just defending yourself at this point. And you're like, no, I'm just telling you what happened. And they go, no, you're defending. Someone twisting your words, I don't know. And again, you're like, first impulse is out, I'm done. And you distanced yourself and made a decision that you're going to quit, you're going to break up, you're going to file for divorce, you're never going to speak to your family again, you're moving out, that's it. Cold turkey, quitting something, I don't know. And then you sat and thought about it and thought, you know what, because you have 5 of Cups, you have the 2 Cups that are still standing. And it's a case of, do I throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? Do I throw out my favorite coat just because someone got a stain on it, right? It's one of them where it's like, can I do something here so I don't have to leave, so I don't have to quit, so I don't have to drop this? I don't really want to do that. This is your 10 of Pentacles, right? What can I do that I haven't tried before? Okay? And that's where the breakthrough is happening. Now, with the King of Swords on the mind, yeah, 4 Wands. This is victory, this is stability, this is harmony being restored. This is a ruling or a decision that you're very happy with. You get awarded something, or you, even if it's someone apologizing, you win in the situation, right? However that applies. Harmony restored in relationships, family dynamics, or marriages, okay? 4 Wands, 10 of Pentacles are similar energies. So I don't know if this is a case of you realizing, you know what? I don't want to leave this. I don't want to quit this. I don't want to move out. I love this place. I love this job. I love this situation. I love my family. It's just this person's lost their mind. It's like one bad apple. I don't want to throw out the whole bunch for one bad apple. What can I do with that bad apple? And that's what's going on here. And it looks like you can turn it around because you're doing something differently. Maybe what you're doing differently is even the fact that you're standing up for yourself, or even the fact that you're saying, I'm not going to go, you go. Or if that's how you feel about it, what are you going to do about it, right? You kind of flipping it on the other person, putting them on the back foot because you haven't done anything wrong, right? Because 7 of Cups, 5 of Cups, you might be dealing with someone who unfortunately is not in the right mind. I don't know, for some of you this is postpartum depression that someone is dealing with, and it's one of them where it's like, I don't want to leave this relationship, or I don't want to leave this marriage, we just had a baby, or whatever the case may be. At the same time, I'm not going to sit and take abuse. But okay, what do I do then? So maybe you're, instead of tiptoeing around the person, right, and kind of shrinking so that you don't upset them or trigger them or whatever. Maybe you're sitting down with them and saying, listen, you take this how as you will, but I want this to work out. I care about you, or I want this and that for us, and I'm willing to do the work, but you have to see what's going on here. You have to admit that you're also contributing to this. Well, I think we should do therapy. I think we should talk to someone. I think this and that and the other. So instead of quitting and leaving, you're like, no, wait. Depends what the situation is. Let's see with the Hierophant and 10 of Cups. Ooh. With the Devil. 9 of Pentacles, the Hermit. One more. The King of Pentacles again. Okay. Under the King of Wands, we have Strength. 10 of Swords. Wow. And the Queen of Wands. With the Ace of Pentacles. I'm seeing mixed scenarios. Now, for some of you, something that was on the brink of ending, you can bring it back by doing something differently. And you being the one to take action in the situation. If that's what you want to do, you don't have to. But if you decide, I want to fight for this, or I want to push back, or I'm not going to be pushed out of this, or I'm not going to give up on this, whatever it is, you're taking action, you're taking initiative, you're doing something differently. And it restores something. It gives life to something. With the Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, it brings the dynamic back to a stable ground, collaboration, cooperation. For others of you, this is a ruling in your favor, and you leave an unhealthy dynamic, a toxic dynamic. The thing that you're doing differently is fighting back against a bully, an oppressor, an abuser. And you get your peace, your singlehood, or just, peace, harmony, and some money, a payout, compensation, okay? For others, it's almost like committing even more, even deeper to something. Because you're recognizing that it's not that it's all of it is bad. It's just going through a rough patch. Or it's not that, yeah, it's one of them. I don't know if up until this point you were in an all or nothing type of mode, and now you're thinking, you know what, actually, yes, that one thing keeps happening and it's annoying as hell. But overall, I'm really happy there. So what can I do about just that one thing? Not throwing everything out, just working on that one thing. What can I do? So there's a mind shift, a mindset shift that is happening for you and or for someone else, okay? That, again, leads to collaboration, cooperation, getting back on the same page. Lots of 10s in this reading, okay? We also have a Devil. This Devil has to do with how someone speaks, but that could also be literally the language, their understanding, how they process information. For some of you, this could be someone with some sort of, not necessarily a mental disability, but something like neurodivergence. So I don't know if it's ADHD, autism, or I'm even seeing someone with like OCD. So maybe, this is someone recognizing, you know what, yes, what they said and did was very hurtful to me. But instead of going, I'm hurt and I'm just going to leave, looking at it and thinking, I wonder what they understood in what I said. And it's not about taking it all on you. It's not about taking the blame, Pisces. That's not what I'm saying. But that is just kind of stepping outside the situation and trying to see your perspective, but also trying to understand the other person's perspective and understanding. Okay? Because there will be some sort of breakthrough, some sort of epiphany of when I say a word, this is what it means to me, and to the other person it means something absolutely completely different. So all of this, in reality, you're not even arguing about the same thing. Could be something like that, okay? Where that applies. Because for others of you, Definitely seeing you standing up to a bully, an abuser, someone who twists your words. You can choose your words as much as you want, as carefully as you want. This is someone who twists your words, okay? Again, they may not be right in the head. They may be influenced by something. They may be, whatever the case may be. It's up to you if you care or not, Pisces, just to make that clear, okay? We're all responsible for ourselves. We all have bad days. But when you mess up, it's important to take accountability, ownership, go back to the person and apologize and make amends. And that's fine, if they choose to forgive you or not, obviously. But if you're dealing with someone who's just, no, it's always you. You have all the blame. It's always you. Everything's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with them. And you absolutely cannot get through to this person because of whatever influence they're under. Then it's absolutely okay for you to put up a boundary and just be done. Get out of there. Okay? All right. I see a very lucrative, very long-term contract. So it's either the career, the job, the company you're going to be working for the rest of your life until you want to retire. It could be marriage talks, that kind of commitment. Okay? Signing a document, making a commitment, recommitting. Okay? It could be a mortgage that's getting signed. And maybe there's been back and forth with all the investigations because there's always been like, you thought, okay, we're good now. And then something else popped up. Okay, we're good now. And then something else popped up. And it got you to the point where it's like, you know what, this is too much. Never mind. I want to back out, right? And either someone spoke to you in your family or your partner, your spouse or whoever, or you kind of came to this conclusion by yourself. But you had some sort of support here, right? Where you said, you know what? I do want this house. I'm going to get this house. I do want this property, right? And all the hoops you have to jump through, that's just the law. Is it stupid? Yes. It is annoying. Is it? Yes. Do I want this to be done a lot faster? Of course I do. But at the same time, this is the reality. King of Swords, accepting. This is the reality. If I want this, these are the hoops I have to jump through. No one's forcing me to jump through them, but I do want this thing. So I'm just going to do what I need to do, right? And you get the house. You get the mortgage. Everything goes through. Celebration. There's it can be very subtle, but it's very significant shift today in perspective, in behavior, in approach. Look at it. And it puts you in a place of determination. You have go all out, struggle desperately, believe in victory. You're like, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to figure this out. What else can I do? It's a situation that you almost gave up on, actually gave up on. I don't know if you verbalized it, and then when it came time to take action and make it official, you thought, let me just double check that this is what I want to do. And as you thought about it and did your pros and cons, you're like, no, actually, I don't want to leave. I don't want to quit. I don't want to walk away from this. I do want this thing, right? And then it became, okay, what can I do? If this is the issue that keeps popping up, what can I do differently? Or what can I do that I haven't done before? And you figure it out. And for others of you, this is, again, someone else reaching this place. And now they're coming to you. They want to clear the air. They want to do the right thing. They're like, tell me again. I really want to listen. Tell me in a different way. Maybe that's where we're getting stuck. Write it down for me. Draw it out for me. I want to understand what you're saying, right? That's that kind of energy. And for you, for others of you, you're taking a stand. Maybe that's the different thing you do today, right? Taking a stand, and you have victory. However that resonates. If it's to get an apology, if it's get an acknowledgement of something, if it's a legal victory. Okay. We have gossip, rumor, speculation, slander. There's a lot of, this is the misunderstanding. This is the miscommunication. That's what it's all about. Or someone listening to the wrong people. Someone listening to their own inner monologue that may not have been the healthiest. Someone making up scenarios in their head and then kind of punishing you for the things they make up in their head. If that makes any sense. When you said that, you meant that. And you're like, no, I didn't. I'm like, yes, you did. I know what you meant. And you're like, no, that's genuinely not what I meant. I just said that. I meant this. But whatever they told themselves, they were so convinced, and they just blew up. And it could be something around because someone is drinking too much, or drinking too much of something, and they're always on edge, or other people influencing them. For others, this is what you're taking a stand against. Calling people out, naming names and taking numbers, you know what I mean? Naming and shaming, filing complaints, showing receipts to people. Like, I didn't want to go there, but if this is what you want to do, fine, let's do what you do. I would have just been the bigger person and walked away from this. But you know what? Let me try something different today. Let me do what you do. And you're showing receipts. You're telling everybody. What else for Pisces today? As I say that, we have show. Spotlight, express, create, radiate joy and enthusiasm. For some of you, are going to some sort of show or performance. You're watching something really cool, something with lights and singing, dancing, or a game of some sort. You might be there in person or watching that with family. But it's show and tell. You're doing show and tell today. You're putting the spotlight on something, or someone is, again, someone wants to see you. Someone wants to show you something. Someone wants to show you that they mean something. Someone wants to clear the air with you. Risk-taking. Attack, go ahead. Glory favors the brave. You're doing this, Pisces. That's what's different. You're taking a stand. You're saying enough is enough. You're saying, I don't want to leave. I don't want to back down. I don't want to, give up on this. I have a right to this as much as anyone. I'm going to fight for my right. I'm going to fight to be seen. I'm going to fight to be heard. I'm going to fight to get the truth out there, because threat, feud, natural enemy, deadly threat. And we do have treatment and betrayal. Look. Someone, I don't know if they got triggered. It's not an excuse. There's no excuse. But someone started a feud with you because they felt threatened by you, or because they needed some sort of treatment they weren't getting. That could even be therapy. That could be the difference here. Someone is getting treatment, someone is getting help, or has done. Or you're the one getting help in taking a stand to correct a betrayal, to get justice for a betrayal. And again, something that was on the verge of ending, divorce, breakup, quitting. There's healing. Okay? Difference, road, future, choice, destiny. A different choice is made. This is the Wheel of Fortune. A different choice is made. For some of you, this is accepting the differences between you and another. Accepting that, you know what, we're always going to have conflicting views on this situation. Let's just accept that and move on. But let's both do that, okay? It's nice. It's healing energy. As much as you are open to it, however you're open to it. But it's positive, Pisces. So let me know how this resonates for you. You do have victory here. If it's personal victory, if it's legal victory, if it means you get someone to apologize, if it means you get someone to pay you back, if it means legal win. Breaking a pattern. Again, it's securing some sort of long-term commitment or stability, prosperity. Because you're saying, no, I'm not going to back down. No, I'm not going to be the one to leave. No, I'm not going to quit. No, I'm not just going to take it. Okay, Pisces, I like it. So let me know how this goes for you. Looking forward to your thoughts, your comments. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.